What a handsome boy. We're excited for breakfast. Very excited for breakfast. Are you purring? Handsome boy. Hey, good morning, everybody. This is Brittany at Big Cat Rescue in Tampa, Florida. This is Aries Cougar. I know the question on absolutely everybody's mind is, how is Aries doing? And he is excited for breakfast like he always is. Still being a purring machine. He's been a little more vocal than what I've noticed in the past, but that's to be expected. I hear you, Hutch. I hear you, mister. Good morning, Pam. I'm finally starting to see some comments. So we're here with Aries. And that racket behind me is Hutch Serval. It was pouring down rain when I was driving here this morning, and it's still kind of falling out of the sky, even though it's starting to get a little bit sunnier. I'm gonna stay here with him for a few more minutes, even though he's very distracted and ready for breakfast, because I know this is what everybody has been asking me about. So good morning, everybody. We just got started. We're here with Aries. Aries is double locked out for breakfast, so he's up in this front section. But his feeding lockout is in that back section there, so he's got 2 doors down, and he's just very focused on the 3 feeders that are coming his way. You see blue shirts headed this way. We've got our feeding route coming to feed breakfast, everybody. So this is going to be a pretty short live. I have a ton of things I got to do today. I'm covering rehab for Lauren, who's at the conference with Carol. Mr. Aries, so handsome. Such a good boy. So he's eating like normal. Yeah, you see them. Being a little more vocal than I've noticed him to be, but other than that, he's doing well. So if you guys have just joined in, you'll want to start from the beginning if you want to see Aries. Here's Hutch. Hutch also has a 1-track mind for breakfast. Hi! I hear you. I hear you. Trotting away. But what I wanted to show you guys is I wanted to obviously show you Aries and check in with him. I will try to show you Pharaoh and check in with him and give you updates on him. I worked with Romeo today for the very first time ever because he's no longer quarantined, so. And then we moved all kinds of cats on Monday. Of course, they did it really late in the day, and I was already prepping and handing out evening meds, so that's why we didn't do any lives. Also for other obvious reasons. It's a very stressful day. But try to show you everybody that got moved around. This whole section changed around, so I'm gonna park here. We're actually gonna walk down this direction. I'll fill you in with all those little updates, and that'll be it for today. You can rewatch at dailybigcat.com if you came in late and you want to see Aries Cougar, because that's who we started with. So the changes that occurred on Monday were when Mrs. Claus came back outside from her vet visit. Instead of going back up front where she was right outside of the gift shop, she moved where Flint was. So she's back in her old stomping grounds. This is the enclosure that Mrs. Claus was in a very, very long time ago. There's Smalls. Smalls is eating breakfast. I don't want to distract her because I will. Now it'll be very interesting if we can even spot Mrs. This section back here? Where is she at currently? In the long den. Miss? She's pretty mad at all of us, as you might guess. Mrs. Go all the way around. Miss. So they're trying to shift her so that they can work on this side of her enclosure, but she's mad. Miss. Where's that little girl? Miss. You better come get breakfast. She's gonna be super paranoid for a while when there's more than one person around because we just caught her on Monday. Miss. Yeah, that's a big fat no from me. Yeah. Yeah, she's lost all trust for us at this point. But anyway, everyone, this is where Mrs. moved. We may never see her again, but it's going to be taking many, many, many weeks, if not months, for me to regain her trust. She's my operant cat, and I was very, very proud of her on Monday because when Catherine went to catch her to take her into the vet, she went right into feeding lockout, and she was super easy to catch, and I felt like a very proud mama. But I also knew the consequences, that she's going to be very, very mad at us for a long time. But the good news with Mrs. Claus is that she had a perfect bill of health, considering all of her issues. So she had no dental issues, no x-ray issues, no blood work issues. Here's Mr. Pharaoh. Hi, Pharaoh. Hi, cute boy. What are you doing in those ferns? What are you doing down there? So Mrs. Claus moved where... Hi, mister! Mrs. Claus moved where Flint was. Pharaoh came back outside. Hi, my boy. Hi, my boy. Oh, that's very sweet. So on Thursday, we gave Pharaoh some awesome Valentine's Day enrichment, and he loved it. I guess on Friday evening when Jamie came out to talk to him and say, bye to him for the weekend, he just wasn't acting right. And so we took him into the rehab hospital Friday night, and he was there Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And we had a camera on him, and we observed him, and he was eating and using the restroom and walking around, and he was very sleepy, but otherwise looked good. So Jamie brought him back outside Monday evening as well. So Pharaoh's a white Serval here. He's 20 years old. He's our sweet little snow angel. So he is back outside, still eating and taking his meds, so he's doing well. That's the update for him. I know, baby boy. I don't have your breakfast, though. I think your mom does. Your mom will have your breakfast. He's been, kind of limpy and have arthritis, and he's on pain meds for that, but I guess he was arching his neck and kind of shaking a bit on Friday. We didn't want to take any chances because we were expecting some severe weather Friday night, which we got. And so he went in for the weekend and came back out Monday, and he's doing great. Such a sweet boy. Okay, we're going to keep going on our update route. Where are you going to go? So far, guys, I've shown you Aries. And then I showed you the enclosure that Mrs. Claus is in, but she's not showing herself. We've got Pharaoh back outside. Oh, look, Ariel's in the background on that blue toy. You see a little twitchy tail back there? It's Ariel. I think she was happy to see Pharaoh come back outside. She's still waiting on breakfast also. Hi, mister. Sweet little Ariel Bobcat. All right, mister, you have a nice day. We're going to go see your wild neighbor. So, Flint is now beside Pharaoh, Nabisco, and Kelowna and Dryden.
Hi. Hi, mister. You've been having so much fun, haven't you? You've been having so much fun and you're wet. You've been playing in the rain.
It was a torrential downpour this morning. 2 of my 3 ways I can get to Big Cat from where I live in St. Pete were closed, completely shut down due to, I'm assuming, accidents and such.
Mr. Man, he's so ready. So ready. Ready for breakfasts.
So Flint is in the enclosure that Nala had been in. We moved Nala, might be 2 weeks ago now, or last week, I can't remember. It's all blending together.
Woo! Are you talking?
You're talking.
That's very sweet.
Yep, so now Flint is here and Nabisco is his immediate neighbor, and they have just been chasing each other and climbing and just going nuts. And also, Kelowna and Dryden are very, very curious of Flint. Kelowna was mad and wouldn't eat for a few days when Nabisco moved in, probably because he's bigger and older, but when baby boy moved in next door, they were very, very curious.
Hi, Biscuit.
Hi.
Hi, my boy. So this is Nabisco. You love your new neighbor, don't you? Yes, you do. I can tell. I can tell. Every time I come by, you guys are chasing.
Or they'll just sit and stare at each other and pant with the smiley face like he's got right now because they've been playing.
You're so goofy.
Isn't he so precious? He's scaling things. You see this this little archway of wood right here that I'm looking at? That used to hold a toy for one of the Cougars. And he now scales that thing and sits on top of it like a balance beam, which is hilarious because he's so fluffy right now that he looks like he's just way too big to be up there. But it's very fun for him. Very, very fun. So yeah, all of this was going on Monday night while I was handing out meds, so... So Mrs. is back out, Pharaoh's back out, Flint moved to Nala's cage, Nabisco's quite thrilled, Nala is still doing well, she's down, I had followed her when she moved, and Servi is actually really enjoying Funcation. It's really cute to see her come trotting over for food and for snacks and for meds. So she hated the process of going out there. You can see Pharaoh's already known who Flint is because Flint was his neighbor on the other side, but...
You're such a busybody. Such a busybody. Oh my.
All right, everybody. I told you this would be kind of a short one. Lots to do today. I was pretty excited to work with Romeo for the first time today. Of course, I couldn't get him to shift this morning. Oh my goodness. But I don't want to stress him by forcing him to do that. I could tell he's kind of he knows I'm a new person. He's gotten used to the other 3 or 4 people he's seen for the last few weeks. But I shadowed Karma the other day just to get a feel for how it would go with him because, Flint was the last Bobcat I worked with in that hospital. Much younger, much smaller, was still very fierce in the beginning, but anyway, to work around in a big injured adult like that. He's doing well though. He is, feeling better because he's being a lot more destructive and mischievous in there. But it went well, so do his AM and PM today for Lauren, and then I'll be back on my Monday schedule.
Are you guys watching each other? It's so cute, Pharaoh. It's so cute. So cute.
So if you guys joined in late, you can rewatch and you'll see Aries. At the very beginning, you'll hear and see a little bit of Hutch. Then we just came straight down here and tried to find Mrs. Claus. We saw Smalls eat breakfast from a distance. She gets just way too distracted if I'm around and won't eat, so I didn't want to keep her from that. Now we've seen Flint. We actually got a glimpse of Ariel Bobcat, which is pretty awesome. Yes, Kelly. Romeo has both of his live cameras back up. At least they're set up in the room. I don't know if they were shared publicly. I don't have anything to do with all that. But you guys can go to dailybigcat.com if you want to rewatch this one. Go to bigcatcams.com if you just feel like you need to see some of the cats today. There's several cameras that are live 24/7. He's making little who noises over here. It's so darling. Okay, one more little glimpse at beautiful Pharaoh. Sarah, this is Big Cat Rescue in Tampa, Florida. Our official website is bigcatrescue.org.
Where are we going, sir? Where are we going? Just a zoom in. Old man zoom ins. Old man zoom ins.
All right, we're going to zoom on out of here, everybody. I hope you guys have a great day. I will see you again, hopefully tomorrow, weather permitting.